We can go with Buster Bird.
You know what I'm saying? You know, good class, man. Which part? yo, the whole thing. No sweat. Wow. All right. Let's see if I discuss some more. Are we good? So let's get a load of hand, all right? Be here. Peace and some 5,000 Shalom. I'm gonna hold it down real quick for the brotherhood class.
Right.
All right. Always good to see our brothers again, because we all see what's going on out here in the world.
Right.
It ain't a hard thing for a black man to get killed out here, as we can see.
Right.
You know what I mean? So every day every time we get a chance to come together and be here, it's an absolute honor, you know what I'm saying, to be
right.
amongst our brothers, you know what I'm saying, and sisters as well. You know what I mean? So I know we was talking earlier about the news and you know what's happening. Black people in a frenzy right now, right? The stimuluses ain't moving too fast. You know, Biden, I guess he was lying, you know what I'm saying? That's a shocker, you know what I'm saying? You know, Biden's lying.
Right.
Camilla's the first, what's her name? Kamala? Yeah,
Potato
potato. Yeah. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? She ain't helping. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to get her sisters them checks, you know what I'm saying? A little hesitant, you know what I mean? A little hesitant on doing that.
Right.
So a sharp upon you was letting brothers know what's going on. You know, let everybody know what's happening with this Joe Biden thing and what is he lying about?
Counselor, so in the beginning, Joe Biden, you know, when he was running for presidency, one of the things he stated and stood on was that when he took office, he was going to send out $2,000 stimulus checks to everyone.
Right.
You know? Well, when he came into office, that never happened. Right. You know? It was changed from 2,000 to 1,400. Right. And they said that the $600 that Trump sent us makes up for that missing $600 that would equal 2,000.
Right.
But that's not what Biden said he was going to do. He said he was going to send 2,000, not incorporate what Donald Trump's administration did to his administration. Right. Then they had a specific amount of people who were making a certain amount who were eligible to get these stimulus checks. Now that also has changed. It says that this is from a Forbes, right? That came out today, the 9th. It says that the American Rescue Plan passed the Senate last weekend, and that Senate Democrats scaled back eligibility requirements for the $1,400 stimulus check from a previous version of the bill, right? In a major concession to moderate lawmakers. Mm-hmm. So before, certain amount of people were able to get the stimulus check. Now over 6 million people no longer meet the requirements to get the stimulus check, so they won't be getting the $1,400 check.
All right, so 6 million people are not going to get the stimulus check. Biden initially said he was going to send out $2,000 to every good old warm-blooded American out there. Send them $2,000. He then double back and said, you know what, we're going to cut it down to 1,400 because Trump sent you the first 6, so I'm going to send you the 14. Like you still got that goddamn 600 that Trump sent you last year sometime. You know what I mean? Which was what, equivalent of what, $1.34 a day or something like that. Anyway, so you're going to make the difference up and all of that. Now they're doubling down and they're eliminating certain people, saying some people ain't going to meet the requirements, so on and so on. We all know that a lot of Israel not getting that check. A lot of brothers and sisters might be here illegally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not getting it at all.
They're not going to get it at all. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is our people have bought in to the Biden and the Harris movement and the Democrat movement. Our people didn't stop and say, damn, a bunch of devils stormed the Capitol building and nothing happened to them. How can I trust this government? What would they do to me if I stormed that Capitol building? You know, they would have slaughtered us. It'd have been grenades and tear gas and AK-47 bullets and M16 bullets and dogs and fire hoses and batons and everything else. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if these people, this government, wouldn't hurt the same people that's coming to murder them, then how could they even care about me or my people? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You would see what kind of people you dealing with here. You understand what I'm saying? You would see what kind of people you dealing with here. And obviously the odds are not in our favor. When I say our favor, it's about Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? To us in here, it's not a shock that a white man told a lie.
Right.
That's not a shock.
Right.
It's not a shock to us that an East Indian woman told a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shock to us. And unfortunately, it's not a shock that we continue to trust in the system, trust in these oppressors, you know what I'm saying? Trust in their words, trust in their plan, trust in their organizations, and so forth and so on. We decide to continue to trust in them and love them and give them our loyalty. Meanwhile, we hate our own brothers and hate our own sisters, hate our own wives, hate our own husbands, hate our own mothers and fathers and everything else. As a people, we just hate each other.
Right.
We trust and love in this oppressor. You know what I'm saying? I want to breathe through these scriptures, specifically these. You want to say something, Sean?
Yeah, I would like to add one more thing. And also, for everyone that ever had a student loan debt that's still paying those hundreds of thousands or $50,000 off, and for those students who got conned into voting for Biden now, you're no longer going to get $50,000 removed from your student loan debt, like Biden initially said that he was going to aim for. Now it's going to be something along the lines of $10,000 if you went to state-sponsored schools.
Okay, good.
So if you thought your ass was smart and you went to Columbia University, well, listen, you ain't gonna get that debt removed.
Right.
If you thought you were like me and went to a private school in New York, well, your behind is not gonna get that removed. But if you went to SUNY New Paltz or SUNY Albany, if you went to the State School of California, which is a public and not private, you're not gonna get that $50,000 like you were hoping for.
Right.
You're gonna get about $10,000 removed from that debt.
Right. So to the college students out there that got them debts, you ain't getting no help. You understand? Right. Pretty much, even though you might have been promised some help. And if you're not a college student, you're just a regular nigga walking down the street, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's debt or prison. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you're getting a raw debt. You're going to go to prison and still get debt. You're going to owe child support. They're going to have you making the McDonald's uniform somewhere for $1.65 a day. You know what I'm saying? And come out and still owe child support. Either way, you're screwed. You know what I'm saying? Either way. Except for in here, of course. You know what I'm saying? Except for behind these walls and gates in here. You know what I'm saying? A sharp upon.
And last one, sir. I don't want to make the people cry too much and kick themselves in the foot for voting for Biden. Mm-hmm. But this round of stimulus checks, the package that they created, doesn't have any language in it that will protect you from having your money taken from you by debt collectors.
Yeah.
That's going to stop the banks from taking the money that you may owe. Mm-hmm. Like the recent checks, we were protected from student loans out to your pockets. We were protected. Now there's no language on package deal that's going to prevent people from.
Salaki, so are you telling the world, including me, sir, that you could get a stimulus check, right? basically they give you a stimulus check, and if the banks want to be grimy, they could take that money back. That's what you're saying.
That means if you owe child support, you most likely won't get that. That means if you owe bills to college debt, like student loans, you're not gonna get that money. So you're gonna get a stimulus check, but you're not gonna get a stimulus check.
Dang.
Well, we already see where this is going. You understand what I'm saying? And another note is this: what black folks don't think about. You think in Black Wall Street? Do you think we needed a stimulus check? Why not?
Because the money stayed, the dollar stayed between us.
Right, exactly. You think the residents of Chinatown are worried about stimulus check? What about the Hasidics running around in Brooklyn? They're not worried about the stimulus check. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So like that, if I may. And what our brothers and sisters don't know, these stimulus check is your money that you work for.
Exactly.
That's not free money at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? You work your tail off when you see your check at the end of the week.
Right.
That's state taxes, you know what I'm saying, that you see, that's $40, Social Security. That's your money that you work for that the government took from you, and they're just giving it back to you.
Yeah, exactly. They're just giving you some of your crumbs. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you just a few more of your crumbs. You know, and that's the sad part. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our brothers and sisters, you know, a lot of them are in college and all of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers are not. You know what I'm saying? Either way, if you don't think you a nigga, God's gonna continue to prove that you a nigga.
Right.
Whether you on campus or in the prison yard or in the warehouse or wherever you at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's that? What JJ said? Still nigga? You know what I'm saying? Still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And trusting in Biden to remove the nigga from you is not going to happen.
Right.
Sure.
Well, sir, if you didn't vote for Biden, you're not black.
Right.
Yeah, according to him, right? you just not black. So I guess, you know, our brothers just wanted to prove their blackness and go vote for Biden. This is the sad thing. Hold on a second, Sean. This is the sad thing. I look at my slavery right here, everybody talking all this political talk, and they know, like, okay, voting for Trump is like drinking a cup of bleach. Voting for Biden is like drinking some ammonia.
Right. Which
one do I pick? We too scary to pick neither. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like there's something wrong with that. We trust too much in both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta pick one of these white men. You know what I'm saying? I have to pick one of them. Well, let me take which one's gonna screw me over less. You know what I mean? We have to choose one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because we trust them so much, Sharp.
I would say, well, Biden's statement was actually pretty accurate. If you don't vote for him, you're not black. Because black and Hispanic people are the most gullible and easily deceived group of people on this earth.
Right.
So if you're not black, you wouldn't vote for Biden because you're not gullible.
Right.
But since we are black, we vote for Biden because we are gullible.
Right. Yeah, we're absolutely gullible. Because we're the most beat down. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're the most beat down and destroyed people. Right. And beat us down so much that we ended up just trusting in them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just trust in everything they do. Because we're so beat down by them. You understand what I'm saying? We're so beat down. If somebody beats you enough, and you say, please stop, and they stop, you're gonna have some. You've been beat so much that you're gonna trust that they'll stop. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. That they'll stop doing it. Right. Because you're gonna trust them and just beat you down so much. What is it? Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. You understand what I'm saying? You're the victim, but you trust them so much because they stabbed you, took the knife out, and then stitched you up. Right. And you say, thank you for the stitches. Right. But you ignore the stab wound because you was in so much pain. You know what I'm saying? But the stitches, it made everything right again. You understand what I'm saying? Right. This is just an abusive relationship we have here in America. Right. And you should never trust in America, trust in the oppressor, none of that. And the Bible says so. Right. Go ahead and hit it, bro.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10.
With Ecclesiasticus, going to start at chapter 12, verse 10 in the Apocrypha. We're going to breeze through this. Go ahead.
Never trust thy enemies.
Say it again.
Never trust thy enemies.
Now, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we know never to trust an oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Never an oppressor or an oppressor's helper. You know what I'm saying? Never trust them. We know not to trust Biden and Harris. Right. We know that.
Right.
What they don't know is, what our people in the world don't know is that there is no difference between Trump and Pence and Biden and Harris.
Right.
That's it. One gonna punch you in your face and rape you. The other one's gonna give you a date rape drug.
Right.
Either way, you're gonna be sore tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's going down.
Right.
And the scriptures tell us to never trust him. Not sometimes, not once in a while, not on certain occasions. None of that.
Right.
To never trust the enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And your enemy is not another brother or sister, of course.
Right.
Your enemy is the people that you were sold to, as it states in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. We were sold to our enemies.
Right.
Those are the enemies we are to never trust.
Right.
How can you trust a people that enslaved you and burned you and pillaged you and destroyed you, beat you down, took your culture, took your language, did all of that?
Right.
How could you trust them to send you anything or give you anything and there's not a catch to it?
Right.
With this white man, there's always some fine print.
Right.
Always. You know what I'm saying? Always.
Right.
Even when you go to college. You know what I'm saying? That is business.
Right.
I'm going to give you this education.
Right.
Once you get this education, guess what? You're not going to make no money off of it.
Right.
I'm going to give you this degree.
Right.
You're not going to make any money off of it.
Art history.
And you're going to pay me back.
Right.
That's hustling. You know what I'm saying? Nigga think he's selling a little bit of heroin or something. You ain't hustling. You ain't hustling like Harvard. Harvard's hustling. You know what I'm saying? Or any of these colleges, they hustling. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you something where you can't do nothing. You better go get yourself a food truck or something. Get your own business going.
Right. Salakia is so deep. You saying that because everybody, the Harvard is doing a hustle that make everybody owe him $56,000.
Yeah, everybody every year.
Yeah.
Every year. You know, that's a hustle.
That's a hustle.
Shit, we need to get some money together. Get a UPK community college or something. You know what I mean? This is a hustle. Go ahead.
And that's crazy because I refuse to believe that a brother or sister that's addicted to crack is spending $50,000 a year by themselves on crack cocaine. When I'm struggling to get a job that'll pay me $50,000 to pay this $200,000 college debt that I owe.
Right.
Like they're begging for money that much that they're making more than me begging for change so that way they can feed their drug habit. And I'm making sweeping floors. So I'm making dealing with snot-nosed kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and unfortunately, they hustle. You know what I'm saying? They hustle. They just spend their money on the wrong thing. Because like you said, you clean up snot and piss and everything else. They out in the streets. They getting copper, go to the junkyard and breaking their own, stealing all type of pipes and everything. You know what I'm saying? They doing a little bit of everything, but they get that money up because they hustling. You know what I'm saying? But my whole point is this: we can never trust in our enemy. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust in a person that continuously stabs you but gives you stitches for the stab wound that they caused. You got to go out there.
I got that.
Go ahead, brother. I want you to hit them before y'all get out of here.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy.
No, never trust Trump. Never trust Biden. Never trust Camilla, whatever. Never trust her. Never trust the system. Never trust America. Never trust the pilgrims.
Right.
Never trust the mob or the mafia. Never trust nobody. None of them ever.
Right.
The CIA, the
Right.
DEA, your prosecutor, the judge, whatever. Anybody who is an oppressor.
Right.
Anybody who's a heathen.
Right.
Anybody who's against your people and their growth. They may not be against you personally, but if they're against your people, then they're against you. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Now, just as much as the iron's going to rust, eventually they'll show the wickedness, and the iron is rusting with Biden. You know what I'm saying? His wickedness is showing.
Right.
It's showing. But guess what? They'll get niggas a little something out there. We'll say, all right, you know what I'm saying? You know, we good. You know what I'm saying? That was good. You know what I'm saying? He did say 2,000. Okay, they negotiated down to 700. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll take it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as long as they negotiated down, because we're so beat down, we'll take anything. You know what I'm saying? So they'll still forgive him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll still trust him, but the scripts say never trust him. Keep reading.
11. Though he humble himself.
Though he says, I'm going to see you 2,000.
Right.
I'm gonna send you 2,000.
Right.
And Camilla she was smoking weed and listening to Snoop Dogg in 1980.
Right.
I like that one. You know, Camilla Harris just sitting back waiting for Biden to die because he on his last leg. Former President Obama.
Yeah, exactly. Biden about to die. He on oxygen and everything when that camera go off. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You want to say something?
I'm saying, listen, when you're working every single day with no days off for years and years, you're gonna be talking about that one day off Master gave you from picking cotton for the rest of your life.
You're gonna be thankful for it.
That one day.
Yeah, you're gonna be thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that it's a hold, man. It's a hold on us. In the UPK, we don't have that hold, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have that hold. We figure it out in here. You know what I'm saying? We figure it out. Like we in hell. We know that. But when it comes to this truth, it's easier said than done. But the spirit that we're gonna have, I refuse to get a job that's gonna keep me from king.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's me. Anybody can do what they want. I'm talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it.
Right.
Now I might have, at sometimes you might have to do what you gotta do, but nigga, you ever seen Shawshank Redemption? I don't know if you ever seen Shawshank Redemption, but he was chipping away at that wall to get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get settled in that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get settled in that. Because then you start to trust in that system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to have to find a way to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? It takes time, but never trust in your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Never trust in it. Keep going.
And go crouching, yet took good heed and beware of him. Are you ready from the top, sir?
No, that's good. That's fine right there. You know what I'm saying? Be weary of him. You know what I'm saying? Watch him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Watch, just like you might watch a snake. If somebody said, yo, there's a cobra loose right now in the school, we can't find it. The whole class will be looking, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that at? Because we can't sit there, we can't sit down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the same way with him. You know what I'm saying? Be on the watch out, go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Right. You ever been in a car and the windows get all foggy? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if you got your old hoopty. You like wipe it like this. You driving and wiping. So you like as you wiping, now you can see. You know what I'm saying? Right. That he is a piece of trash.
Right.
Garbage.
Right.
That he's a devil and he's wicked and disgusting.
That's right.
And it shouldn't be no shock that he's dumbing down the money. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no shock. Right. It shouldn't be no shock that you went to college and this and other. Yeah, we said that, but nah, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that. All that's not a shock. We don't give a damn about it. We just talking about for the brothers and sisters in the world that we be watching. You understand?
Right.
Keep going.
12. Set him not by thee.
Say it again.
Set him not by thee.
Don't even come near me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want you. You can't sit by me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who? Think about rap. We're going to use rap music for a minute. Right. Who did we sit next to us?
The Jewish man.
Yes, but specifically a rapper. Who do we sit next to us? He had a black crew and everything. You know what I'm saying? Eminem. We sat him next to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is it when Eminem was out? I forgot the name of his crew. What's the name?
D12.
What other white boys in D12?
There ain't no other white boys in D12.
Yeah. No, it's not. Cheddar Bob was on this movie. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke. As far as the crew, those is niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't sit him next to us.
Right.
Go ahead.
Lest when he have overthrown thee.
What?
Lest when he have overthrown thee.
And he's going to overthrow you if you get too close to him.
Right.
If you sit him next to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. And it's crazy how the brothers had Eminem next to them when Eminem's first demo, his demo leaked out, and he was a racist rapper.
Some nappy-headed black bitches. Excuse my language.
He was a racist rapper. Yeah, dissing black people.
Ah, that's the past, man.
Like he was just angry at it. He was just angry
at that moment. At that moment. But I'm angry at the moment. I said white man's a devil. I am a hate group. I can't say it no more. And my video comes down.
Yep.
You understand? It was just a moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, right. But the point is, you can't even sit them next to you. That's how much you shouldn't trust them.
Yep.
That you shouldn't sit them next. Now, I ain't talking about standing next to them in the elevator or nothing like that. But nah, that's my white friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my white friend, right? This is my man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I'm saying? There's no sitting them next to you because they're gonna overthrow you.
Right.
That's their plan. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
He stand up in thy place.
In whose place?
He stand up in thy place.
Rakim said Eminem is one of the greatest rappers alive. They do what?
He stand up in thy
He
place.
stands up in that place. Eminem's the greatest rapper of all time?
Rakim is.
He to some, you know what I'm saying? But you know, some people like different things. You know what I'm saying? I like a little bit of Kawak. You know what I'm saying? Give me my man Kawak. Get Kawak in here. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of Kawak, man. You know what I'm saying? Some gutter pain music. I want to hear about eating spaghetti that was poisoned and you throwing your mother in the trunk of the car.
Right.
I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And you I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear that's garbage to me.
Right.
Filthy garbage. It don't mean nothing to me. Keep going.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Ooh, you know what I'm saying? He can never be your right hand man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can never be your right hand. That's my right hand man. Never.
Right.
Never. You know what I'm saying? Never. And if he can't be my right hand man, that means what? I can't trust you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trust you. You know what I mean? And you know, we trust each other. We joke around, play, and all that, because that's you my right hand man. You my man. You know what I'm saying? My right hand man.
Right.
We roll together. I trust you.
Right.
I can never trust no oppressor.
Right.
This is us in here. We know this, but our brothers and sisters in the world do not know this.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Lest he seek to take thy seat.
Lest he does what?
Take thy seat.
Yeah, he wants to take your seat. Go ahead.
And thou at the last remember my words. And be pricked therewith.
Say it again.
And be pricked therewith.
Yeah, let it prick you. Let it be inside you, man. Let this be injected into your spirit. You know what I'm saying? That you can never trust this person.
Right.
Ever. Keep reading.
13. Who will a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Now, we sit there talking about, it's a joke to us that they're not going to do the $2,000. Right. They're not doing. It's a joke to us. You know why? Because we don't pity the charmer that got bit by the serpent. We don't pity that. It's a joke to us.
Right.
When Tiger Woods got beaten in the head with a golf club by that white woman, it was a joke to us. It was funny. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely hilarious that happened. You know what I'm saying? That's funny to us because we don't pity the person the charmer that got bit.
Right.
You shouldn't have been playing with snakes.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And we grow up with that. Don't touch the stove.
Right.
Don't touch the stove.
Right.
Don't touch the stove. Ah! I told your ass, don't touch the stove. Right. Dummy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not going to pity you. I told you not to do it. You know what I'm saying? So here you go.
Right.
This is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pity the person charming the snake when you get bit. Right. So we don't pity the brothers and sisters that got bit.
Right.
We pity the fact that they became charmers.
Right.
That's the terrible part.
Right. Or any such as come nigh wild beasts.
Yeah. Who's closer than this beast? You know what I'm saying? Like who comes closer than any other beast? You'll stay away from bears. You'll stay away from tigers and lions. You know to stay away from them. You know to stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? I seen something last night on YouTube where this dude did a special about kangaroos. Right. You know what I'm saying? To stay away from, like, kangaroos are dangerous animals. Right. Them niggas is like 6'5", full of muscles. They look like men. You know what I'm saying? They got chest plates and abs and all of that. Go ahead.
They can just stand on their tail.
They can just, and box you down. And just smack you with their tail. Or bite you and either claw you. They like to take their prey and drown them. Can you imagine getting choked to death by a kangaroo? You know what I'm saying?
They had a video a couple of years back where the Edomite was walking his dog and the kangaroo was actually choking his dog.
It chokes you.
Kangaroo.
That's their method. You know what I'm saying? I learned that last night. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there watching that shit like, oh, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kangaroo, it likes to get in the water. Right. And when it gets in the water, it gets like up to its neck right here. So you just see the kangaroo head.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, it's a kangaroo, you know, from Winnie the Pooh and all that. It's just a little kangaroo.
Yeah.
But when you get close enough, that nigga stand up. That nigga like 6'6", full of muscles. It be like, bam, bam, nigga hop after you to choke you and drag you in the water and choke you to death.
It's crazy.
Now we know to stay away from the kangaroo. we know to stay away from the kangaroo. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, stay away from the kangaroo.
Right.
We don't know to stay away from this white man.
It's crazy.
He's way more dangerous than the kangaroo. And that's the kangaroo. You can't even be mad at him because that's what he's supposed to do. He's an animal.
Right.
If we don't have that same mindset for this oppressor, then he's going to choke to death in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we got to have that same mindset. Go ahead, Sean.
I was like, that kangaroo knew not to hit that white man back.
Oh, yeah. Even the kangaroo knew. The kangaroo, oh, what's a white man? Who's your dog?
Boing, boing.
This is your dog.
As soon as you see that white man, he let that dog go.
He's oh! Even he knew. He's old. And he hopped over. You know what I'm saying? He was gone. Even the kangaroo got more sense. You know what I'm saying? No, that white man's a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's a murderer, killer. You know what I'm saying? Even he knows that. You know what I'm saying? We got to know it too. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, brother.
14. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled, whip him in his sins. Who will pity?
Yeah, now if you want to go and do what this white man do, you know what I'm saying? Who's going to pity you when they come back on you?
Right.
You voted for him.
Right.
Voting to sin.
Right.
So I got to laugh at you now that you
Right.
voted for this and now you're getting screwed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
15. For a while he will abide with thee.
For a while, he's going to be with you. He's going to eat hot sauce too. You know what I'm saying? He plays saxophone and get head and smoke weed.
Yeah.
And he's one of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
Oh, wait a minute now. If you begin to fall, did they bring up George Floyd or anything? Or they told anybody brothers getting killed or anything? Or has anything came with that? Any bills being passed on, police killing brothers innocently and their cameras being on all the time and not when they choose to? Is anything being done about that? When people begin to fall, what's the bill being passed on the brothers and sisters at the border?
Right.
They still wrapped up in aluminum foil out there in them cages.
Right.
What bill's being passed about that?
Right.
I'd rather not get a $1,400 stimulus check and have them brothers and sisters free.
Right.
When are you going to destroy all of that?
Right.
Knock that down. Go ahead, brother.
So like I wanted from me. And also, they got Central Americans right there in Mexico waiting for asylum to come to America. Like over 1,000 of them in tents.
Waiting for who?
Asylum to come to America. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
A lot of brothers and sisters don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That they got the Central Americans waiting for asylum in tents in horrible conditions, waiting for their turn in court to come
on over here. And they lying about that.
Nah,
No, who's talking about that?
nobody's talking about it.
Ain't nobody talking about
On
that.
I.S.U.P.K.
That's something that got to come out. That's something that got to come out in the Bronx. We got to bring it out in the Bronx.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that got to come out because that's way more important than a stimulus check.
Right.
In Romans, Paul said, I wish myself accursed for my brothers, my kinsmen, who are Israelites.
Right.
You understand? I'm paraphrasing. You understand? And we talking about a stimulus check and student loans.
Right.
And people dying. You know what I'm saying? People
Right.
being killed and waiting to come over here and they never gonna come and living in, picking up the garbage somewhere. The brother, I just recently seen a picture of the brother who was trying to come over here with his daughter on his back and both of them drowned. $1,400 stimulus check. You think he's gonna give you that? When them brothers are drowning, trying to get over here, they drowning in puddles.
Right.
Drowning, you know what I'm saying? Starving to death, being raped and separated from their families. We trusted him about a $2,000 check in student loan freedom or whatever the hell that garbage is.
Right.
Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Keep going.
Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Wow, that's self-explanatory. Nobody even got to explain that. Speak real sweet with his lips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
But in his heart.
And his what?
But in his heart.
The heart means mind in the scriptures. Go ahead.
He imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
And you already know what that means. It's all self-explanatory.
Right.
He knows how he knows how to imagine to throw you into a pit, to destroy you and kill you and conquer you and just be over you. You know what I'm saying? He knows to throw you in a pit. His brother's in pits right now.
Right.
Some brother somewhere sitting in the bottom of prison in probably each state in America.
Right.
Right now, as we speak. You know how many brothers is coming, and sisters is coming out of prison now, getting paid $75,000, and then spent 34 years in prison for something they didn't even do.
Right.
Can you imagine that?
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that?
Crazy. For
something you didn't even do, and you sat in prison for 30-something years, they're gonna give you a measly ass $75,000, and we talking about $1,400. Come on, man. Let's keep going.
He will weep with his eyes.
Oh, he gonna act like he care. You know what I'm saying? He gonna act like he care. Are we going? Did you hear the inauguration with black people in America? We're going to join together and fight the forces. And yeah, I hear you. He's gonna weep with his eyes. Go ahead.
But if he find opportunity,
oh boy, if he finds opportunity, when you vote for him,
right,
and elect him,
right,
and push for him,
right,
and be an advocate for him, when he finds his opportunity,
right, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Your blood's not enough. You need your spirit and your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need it all. It's not. It ain't just your blood's last. That's last. That's last.
Right.
I need your soul. You know how you used to break the buck? You take the biggest, blackest, strongest nigga,
right,
and hit him in his butt.
Right.
Ain't got to do with his blood.
Right.
With your soul.
Right.
Later on, I'll take your blood. Later on.
Right.
I want your soul.
Right.
Not me per se, but this is the spirit of this beast.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He's way more dangerous than a 6-foot muscular claw-having kangaroo.
Right.
He's way more dangerous.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd rather deal with the kangaroos than
Right.
deal with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna try to drown you.
Right.
And they're 6'6",
Right. Right.
full of muscles,
Right.
0% body fat.
Right.
These niggas in shape. They must be on a keto diet over there. I'd rather deal with that than to deal, according to the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with that
Right.
than to deal with this beast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start calling Biden the kangaroo killer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They ain't got nothing on him. Go ahead.
If adversity come upon thee,
Now, when problems come your way, you understand? When problems flow your way, no matter what, I want everybody to think about their life.
right,
Think about your life and all of the adversities that you went through. No matter what, there always was a white man that was the cause of it. Always
Right.
an oppressor who was the cause of it. If you got a crackhead father, the CIA put crack in the neighborhood.
right,
Was he weak? Sure. But he wouldn't have smoked the crack if it wasn't there.
right,
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Your sister's a stripper. Guess who started strip clubs?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Guess who did that? You know what I'm saying? Whatever problem you can think of, whatever issue in your life, whatever it was in life, I guarantee it, the oppressor was behind it somewhere.
Right.
In the streets, I say, he's the man behind the man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's the plug to your adversity.
Right.
Let's read it again from the top.
Verse 17. If adversity comes upon thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt find him there first.
When?
First.
When?
First.
You're always going to find him there.
First.
Always first. Always. You understand? Always.
Right.
He's a tricky bastard. But you hate your brother more than you hate him.
Right.
But he's there first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's there first. According to the scriptures.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
And though he pretend to help thee,
And though he does what?
pretend to
Does
help
what?
thee, pretend
He pretends. Go ahead.
to help thee.
I'm gonna give you a $2,000 check. He does what?
Pretend to help thee.
Camilla Harris is a black woman. Say it again.
Pretend to help thee.
He's gonna free all student loans.
Pretend to help thee.
I'm gonna get rid of Proud Boys.
Pretend to help thee.
Go ahead.
Pretend to help thee.
Uh-huh.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
You're a joke to him. You understand? You're a joke. You're a bitch that he just tells things to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got you. You're a dumb broad. You know what I'm saying? That he does that to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Keep going.
18. He will shake his head
Uh-huh.
and clap his hands
Uh-huh.
and whisper
He'll
much.
shake his hands and shake his head and do all of that. Clap his hands, shake his head, he'll do all of that. He'll sit up in the Christian church with you. All off beat. You know what I'm saying? All off beat. In the Christian church with you. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Go ahead. What will we do? You know, you're all beat and all that. Just can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? But what keep reading?
It's Slakia, sir, if I may.
Uh-huh.
This Slakia. This is really like the white man in the church with you scripture.
I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying it, but it sounds like it to me. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it, but either way, they'll be with you. You know what I'm saying? And march with you. He shall all of that. They're gonna do all of that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sing with you and love you. They'll even invite you into being a proud boy. You know what I'm saying? They'll even let you be a proud boy, brother. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Go ahead, but what's the last part?
And change his countenance.
Oh, he'll change his attitude real quick. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe that. Switch upon you in a heartbeat.
Right.
You understand? In a heartbeat. This is the character of the white man. Give me Isaiah 59:7. Y'all brothers got a roll, don't you? Give me Isaiah 59 real quick. 59:7. Everybody who know me know this is one of my favorites right here. Yes, come.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Their feet run to evil.
Say it again.
Their feet run to evil.
Now we all know that this enemy, his feet run to evil. He loves evil. Evil is what he eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is what he does. You understand what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? This is what he does. He loves evil, and his feet run towards it. Go ahead.
And they make haste.
They do what?
And they make haste.
Yeah, they're in a hurry, in a rush. They have a strong desire, go ahead.
To shed innocent blood.
And they love to shed innocent blood. And when you give up people some promises and you don't keep their promises, guess what? That's a form of shedding innocent blood. You don't care what happens to them. Whether they live, whether they die, whether they eat, whether they drink, whether they do whatever. You don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They're quick to shed innocent blood. This is just a characteristic of this beast and monster that we deal with. You understand what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Their thoughts.
Their what?
Their thoughts
Uh-huh.
are thoughts of iniquity.
That's it. This white man's thoughts are thoughts of sin all day, every day. They think about how gay can I be? How better of a thief can I be? How much of a murderer can I be? How much of an adulterer can I be? How much of a drug dealer can I be? This is on their mind all the time.
Right.
Just like it's on the kangaroo's mind to drown you. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's on his mind. This is on his mind all the time. You understand? And you may not think so because he brings buttery croissants to the break room and some Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and you think Brad is cool. He's not. On his mind is death and destruction and how to throw you in the pit, how to shed your innocent blood. This is just who he is. And we got the nerve to trust Biden on what he's saying and go out and people, I stood in line for 8 hours to vote. Look, they're proud too. I stood in line for 8 hours in the rain.
Get the little sticker like you a kid.
Yeah, put a little sticker, grown man. Like you went to the doctor. Did they give you a lollipop too? You know what I'm saying? Grown man got a little sticker. You stood there 8 hours. I stood out here voted for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They wouldn't stay in 60 minutes to help somebody.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't do that at all. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't, not to help a brother. They'll walk right past a brother in distress.
Right.
They walk right past you. You want to say something? Yeah, they walk right past the brother. Brother be sitting there choking on the ground. They're going to keep standing. That's not my business. But they'll stand out 8 hours in the rain to vote for some heathens who love to shed innocent blood, who love to throw us in the pit, who we should never trust, who's more dangerous than a kangaroo, bear, tiger, lion, who's more dangerous than them. You know what I'm saying? Who's more dangerous than them. They're willing to stand in line for 8 hours to go and vote for them. You understand? Well, the scripture said these people are quick to shed innocent blood. You understand? There's more to it. Go ahead.
Wasting and destruction.
Wait, say it again.
Wasting.
Wasting,
and destruction.
Wasting and destruction. Go ahead.
Are in their paths.
This is what they do. They love to waste and destroy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They love to waste and destroy. It's in their history. You understand? It's in their history to make something a waste and destroy it. They did it to Native Americans. They wasted them and destroyed them. You understand? You ever see the white people, man, I got wasted. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo! You know what I'm saying? They got wasted. They was out of control. I was so out of my mind, you know what I'm saying, that I did the most craziest things in the world. I was wasted, bro. You understand? But that's what they like to do. Waste and destroy. That's why they get drunk and want to throw toilet paper on all trees and throw them all over the place and act crazy and jump through glasses and do all this. Go ahead.
Get blasted and blast away and go hunting and shoot each other.
Get wasted. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and hunt and all of that. As Commander Junior Hunter brought out in Black Watch, get wasted and teabag other men. You know what I'm saying? You know, sit there and play with the penises and all types of garbage. Hey, Shalom, what's up? You know what I'm saying? That's what they like to do. You know what I'm saying? Get wasted and just cause destruction. You know what I'm saying? History says so. You know what I'm saying? History says so. Shalom, brother. What a question. History says so. You understand? This is what they love to do. This is nothing new. This has been in the Bible. This has been written down 2,000 years ago about these people. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 8. The way of peace, they know not.
Say it again.
The way of peace, they know not.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about no peace at all. No peace. Just think about it. Where has an oppressor went and there was peace there?
Right.
It's always war. It's always waste. It's always destruction. It's always that. Always. You understand? It's always been that. And guess what? It will forever be that. You know why? The kangaroo's gonna forever try to choke you and drown you in a pond in Australia. That's what he does. The lion's gonna always get you. The bear's gonna always attack you. This is what's gonna happen. And this oppressor is always going to try to destroy you and cause destruction and waste and throw you in the pit and change his attitude. And it's always gonna happen.
Right.
Keep going.
And there is no judgment.
There's no what?
And there is no judgment.
Go ahead.
And they're good and they're going.
Yeah, there's no judgment in their goings. You know what I'm saying? They do what they want to do when they want to do it.
Right.
This is America. You know, these bastards was mad about wearing a mask and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm American. I ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's no judgment when they go. Go ahead.
They have made them crooked paths.
They have done what?
They have made them crooked paths.
Yeah, they made crooked paths. You know what I'm saying? They made crooked paths. You know what I'm saying? They go this way, that way, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They do what they want when they want. Just like they stormed the Capitol.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They stormed the Capitol, so and so on, and then now it's like, well, I don't know, they just did that. I don't know why they did that, but it's just brush under the rug, like that was nothing. But yet still want to talk about Ferguson, some protests that black people had, Baltimore and this, that, and the other. They want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't talk about. They don't want to discuss their crooked paths. They don't want to discuss none of that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Whosoever goeth therein.
Say it again.
Whosoever goeth therein.
And whoever goes on crooked paths, whoever wants to go and vote and go trust in them and deal with them and live amongst them and love them and think they can be a kumbaya with them and all of that, go ahead.
Shall not know peace.
You ain't gonna know no peace. How could you know peace? How could you when you're living with the biggest animal on the face of the earth?
Right.
How could you know peace? You understand? How could you know peace when you live with the biggest, filthiest, disgusting animal on the face of the earth? You understand? You can never trust in them. You should be able to trust in your brother. This society is making us not want to trust in our brother, but deal with our brothers in a very treacherous manner. You understand? In a treacherous way. We dealing with our brothers and sisters, man. Physically, it's treacherous. Spiritually, emotionally, we deal with each other in a very treacherous manner, and it's not right. It's not what we should do. The way we should feel, as far as negatively about this oppressor, is the way we feel about our own brothers and our own sisters. And that's not right. It's not correct. It goes against nature. You understand? Let's go to the book of Malachi. Get there with you. Let's see. All right, start at verse 10.
Chapter 1, sir?
I'm sorry, chapter 2.
Oh. It's the book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 10. How we not all one Father?
Mm-hmm. How we not all one Father? We talking to Israel right here. You know what I'm saying? We talking to Israel. Have we not all one Father? Are we not family? You know what I'm saying? Are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Americans not family? Have we not one Father?
Right.
Go ahead.
Has not one God created us?
Has not one power created us? You know what I'm saying? That's with us and chose us to give us the covenants, give us the promises, to give us the adoptions. Have not one God made us? One power has made us? Go ahead.
Why do we deal treacherously, every man against his brother?
Then if so, why are we dealing treacherously with each other then? Now look, the scriptures say we should not trust our oppressor.
Right.
It never said you should not trust your brother. You understand? That we shouldn't do, that our brother wishes to throw us in our pit, that our brother is haste to shed innocent blood, that our brother has thoughts of iniquity on his mind. We're not talking about our brother. But this scripture asks, how can you deal treacherously with your brother when you know your brother is a child of God just like you? When he's from the royal bloodline just like you. You understand? How can we deal treacherously with each other? This is what we have to not do. Not trust in the word of these oppressors and trust in their ideologies and trust in the society and trust in their ways, but trust in your brother. Trust in him. Trust in your sister. Trust in them.
Right.
You understand? And don't deal with them in a treacherous manner. But trust them. Trust that they can change because you changed.
Right.
You understand? Trust in that. Trust that they change. Be patient with them and forgiving with them and so forth and so on with them. You understand? Keep going.
By profaning the covenant of our fathers.
You understand? We're gonna profane the covenant of our fathers. This is a question. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna profane that. The scripture says we should not steal and kill, be covetous of our brother, jealous of our brother, not sleep with your brother's woman. You understand? Not to even feel any kind of negative way about your brother without a reason. To go to your brother and him alone to speak about an offense. To never cheat your brother out of something. You understand? To never leave your brother hungry. These are things that's in the scriptures. It's all brotherhood pertaining to the covenant. So we're going to profane the covenant? You understand? But we're going to love by it. I'm going to cheat another black man, make a whore out of another black woman. When I say black, I mean all the tribes. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
I'm going to cheat them, rape them, sucker them, and I'm going to love by it. I'm going to love society. I'm going to love Christmas. I'm going to love white women. I'm going to do all of that. But for the people that God created, who God got the covenant with, I'm going to treat them treacherously. That's off. And it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural. According to the scriptures, it's not the natural way that we should be living. That's not us. We're not kangaroos. We're not beasts. We're not bears and tigers and lions. We're not that. You understand? We're not the beast. But we can be tamers of the beast. You understand? Because the Lord's with us. You understand? The Lord's with us. We can be tamers of the kangaroos. We can tame them. You understand? And this is how we should keep in our minds, or what we should keep in our minds, is that this oppressor, Biden, Kamala Harris, who's not a black woman, you know what I'm saying? She's not a black woman. We should keep in our minds that we're dealing with some beasts and we should never trust them. But we should also keep in our minds that as we don't trust them, we should never treat our brother treacherously. Because the people that we shouldn't trust, we're not treating them treacherously.
Right.
We treat them with love and kindness. Therefore, we should treat our brothers and sisters with extreme loving kindness. Then it should be quadrupled how we treat our brothers and sisters compared to how we treat them. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep reading.
Verse 11. Judah have dealt treacherously.
Yeah, we dealt treacherously. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah, holiness of the Lord, which and have married the daughter of a strange God.
You understand? And this is to break this down, you know what I'm saying? Us as black folks, you know what I'm saying, being the real Jews, have went against the Most High God by marrying the daughter of strange gods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and you go out and vote, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go out and vote, you want to go out and love Biden and all those other heathens and love all this other garbage, you're marrying the daughter of strange gods. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you're doing. You love America, you love society and all of that. You're just doing the Most High God and his people treacherously. You know, so you cannot love both. You can't deal with both. You can't do both as far as loving your people and loving the society. You understand what I'm saying? You just cannot do both, man. And it's a sad, sick thing. But this is our history is to fall weak and to fall to other philosophies and doctrines and societies and organizations and so on and so on. You understand what I'm saying? But we are not to do that. We are to love our brothers, love our sisters, and never trust our enemies ever.
Right.
Ever whatsoever. You understand? Let's get some more. Let's go to 1 Peter real quick. Oh, let's see. Go to 1 Peter. Let's see real quick. Catch up with you. Let me see. Hold on a second. 1 Peter. Yeah, let's start. We're gonna stay in 2 Peter for a second. Let's start with chapter 1 and verse 22.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 22.
You said chapter 1, verse 22? Yeah,
First Peter, though, right?
Yeah, 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 22.
Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love.
Now, let's look up the word unfeigned real quick. Let's see what unfeigned means. Unfeigned or unfeigned? I think it's feigned, yeah, unfeigned. So let's look that up. UNFEIGNED. Let's look it up.
Like I said.
Take your time, brother. Okay.
Unfeigned, genuine, sincere.
Genuine and sincere. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. That's perfect right there. Now let's read the scripture again from the top.
1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 22. Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth.
In obeying the truth, go ahead.
Through the Spirit.
Through the Spirit,
unto unfeigned love.
Unto unfeigned love. Unfeigned means what again?
Genuine or sincere.
A genuine or sincere.
Of the brethren.
Of the what?
Of the brethren.
That's what I'm saying? See, you change your life and you obey the truth. Now you got this sincere love for the brethren. That's what happens when you come into UPK. You're all purified, you know what I'm saying? Get into the spirit. And you got a sincere love for your brother. A brother that you did not grow with, but you linked up through these scriptures and through this Bible, and through this discipline, and through this desire for wisdom, and so on and so on. Y'all linked up through this. Now you have a sincere love for the brethren. You understand? A sincere love. Go ahead.
See that ye love one another.
See that you love one another. Go ahead.
With a pure heart.
With a what?
With a pure heart.
With a pure heart. Now, in the scriptures, the heart means mind. With a pure mind. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Fervently.
Fervently. Right. See that you love each other with a pure heart fervently. Now, you know what I want to do, right? Go sign Christ. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to love each other fervently. You understand? That's how we should be treating each other. Not how we should be loving Biden. You know what I'm saying? And the government, and my check ain't coming, and they said that they're gonna give me $2,000. You believe that? You believe that? The same way you don't believe your crackhead uncle, you better not ever believe Biden.
Right.
I would believe my crackhead uncle before I believe anything that come out of their mouth. You understand? Go ahead. Fervently. Let's see what the definition is.
Very enthusiastically.
Or
passionately.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to love your brother passionately. Be enthused. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to loving your brother. What's loving your brother? Not stealing from him, not hating him. You know what I'm saying? Not sleeping with his woman, not talking about him behind his back, not bearing false witness and lying on him. You know what I'm saying? Forgiving him, loving him, long suffering. When I say brothers, I mean sisters as well. Long suffering. You understand? These are the things that we're supposed. That's love, not no emotional garbage. Action. Love is action. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments when it comes to your brother. Not trying to murder him, kill him. You understand? Not being jealous of him, what he got. You know, that garbage. Not holding grudges. You understand? Trusting in your brother. You understand? The same way that our brothers and sisters in the world trust in this government and trust in the society and trust in Trump and trust in Biden and trust in the Democratic Party and trusted in all the rest of this filthy, disgusting, stinking garbage that has enslaved us and murdered us for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years times 10.
Right.
You understand? This scripture says we should love our brothers that way, fervently, with enthusiasm and passion. That's how we should love each other. That's how brothers should love each other and deal with each other. That's how we're going to get the kingdom back. Not by loving its oppressor, not by trusting in its oppressor, but trusting in my brother. Knowing that he's worth more than fine gold. Knowing that he's a peculiar treasure. Knowing that. The trust in that. Let's drop that real quick. Let's stay in 1 Peter and go to chapter 5. Let's see here. Chapter 5. Let me see. Give me 1 second. You know what? Let's drop that. Go to 2 Timothy. The 2 Timothy, let's see. Yeah, go to 2 Timothy and chapter 2, verse 24.
24?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay. Let's go with this one. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 24.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 24. And the servant of the Lord must not strive.
Now, it says the servant of the Lord must not strive. In this context, strive means to, fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Must not, fight. Go ahead.
But be gentle.
But be what?
But be gentle.
Now, gentle doesn't mean, soft and weak and moist and none of that. That's not gentle that we're speaking about. Gentle is to have understanding.
But
you know what I'm saying? Some understanding, some patience, some long suffering, some forbearing. You understand? Let's read it again from the top real quick.
And the servant of the Lord,
You understand?
must not, but be gentle.
But to be understanding, forbearing, long suffering, have mercy. Go ahead.
Unto all men.
All men. Now, all men is not speaking about the world.
Right.
Or the earth. It's not speaking about all men on the face. It's not talking about that. It's talking about all men pertaining to the men of Israel, to the sisters of Israel, to the blacks, Hispanics, and Americans. That's it. This Bible is written for Israelites. That's it. So you see things like all men, that's speaking about Israelites. You understand? Point blank, period. Go ahead.
Apt to teach.
Apt to teach. Apt to be able to sit down and teach a brother. You understand? You ever take a kid out to ride their bike, then they have training wheels.
Right.
You got to take time with that. And as they take the training wheels off, you know what you do? You hold the back of the seat and let them think they ride them by themselves. You got it. And eventually just let them go. You know what I'm saying? You got to be apt to teach. Go ahead.
Patient.
But you got to be patient when you do that. You understand? You got to be patient. It's no different from taking a big slab of stone and you're chiseling away at it to mold it and make it into what you want it to be, or into what it should be. You understand? It takes patience to do that. That's what we should display with our brothers and sisters. Not be patient with Biden. Don't worry about Biden and the stimulus check and this, that, and the other. The Most High God is with us. Most High God is going to give us what we want and what we need. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Most High God is going to roll with us and be with us and all of that. But when it comes to your brother, you understand? Be gentle with them. Don't fight with them. Teach them and be patient with them. That's how we should treat each other. That's how we're supposed to treat each other, because it's in the Bible. And not put our love and trust and patience into this goddamn society that we live in, into this goddamn oppressor that has been destroying us for years. You understand? For absolute years, we've been destroyed. Let's go to the book of Exodus real quick. How are we looking on there? We got a lot of comments and questions.
Just give them a shout out to it. No questions, bro.
All right, most of that crash. Let's keep rocking out, all right? Go to the book of Exodus real quick. 14. Exodus 14, and we're going to start at verse 13.
The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still.
Yeah, fear not. Just stand still. You understand? Just stand still. I don't know if you've ever been walking with a child or anything, or walking with somebody, and you see a loose dog. You say, hey, don't run. You know what I'm saying? You start running, that dog gonna chase you. You understand? You tell them, don't run. Stand still. You know what I'm saying? Or walk. Don't run. It's the same thing Moses is pretty much saying. You understand what I'm saying? Fear not. Stand still. For those out there worried about, I hope I get this stimulus check. I hope I get this check. And all of that. Nah, I don't have no fear for that. Don't be worried about that. Right. Most High God is going to be. Most High God's with you. Don't trust in Biden. You better trust in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You better trust in the Lord. Yeah, right. What's your stimulus check worth if you're a paraplegic or dying of cancer? You understand? What's that worth? What's it worth? You got brain cancer, colon cancer, stomach cancer, breast cancer. What's the $1,400 stimulus check going to do for you? What's that going to do? Not a goddamn thing. You understand? There's more important things than this little stimulus check. Don't fear that. Forget the college loan. So what? So what? Didn't Donald Trump file bankruptcy and all of that garbage? He's still a millionaire, billionaire. So what? The hell with it. You don't get student loan forgiveness. Who gives a damn about that? When his brothers and sisters doing 30 and 40 years in prison for something they didn't even do. Right. Do a damn about no college debt. So what? You didn't know that these people was liars? You didn't know that? Shame on you. You understand? Read it again from the top for me, brother.
The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 13. And Moses said unto the people.
Unto the Israelites. We know who Moses is dealing with here. He's dealing with the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right. That's who he's dealing with. Why? Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans fit the prophecies and punishments and curses of this Bible.
Right.
It's indisputable. So he's talking to the Israelites. Go ahead.
Fear ye not.
Don't fear nothing, black man, Hispanic man, woman, or child. Don't fear nothing. Go ahead.
Stand still.
Stand still. Go ahead.
And see the salvation of the Lord.
And see the salvation of the Most High God. Let him work it out. You understand? Let him work it out. I mean, Most High God controls the ocean. He allows the ocean to come up a certain amount on the beach and go right back out. He controls that. You think about some white man that's signing some document somewhere in D.C.? He can't make the sunrise and the sunset.
Right.
He don't control the ocean or the waves or the flow. You know what I'm saying? He don't control the locusts. He don't control the coronavirus. He don't control none of that. Why am I worried about? I'm not worried about him or what he can give me. He can give me nothing. He can't feed my spirit or my soul. He can't give me a goddamn thing. So what? Little punk ass $1,400. That don't mean nothing. Loan forgiveness means nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm conscious.
We can't trust in that. We need to trust in the Most High God. We need to stand still and watch the Lord work. Watch him do it. Go ahead.
Which he will show to you today.
He's going to show you today. You out? Shalom Shkita. You understand? He's going to show you today. He's going to show you exactly what's going on. You understand? Go ahead.
For the Egyptians, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more.
Let me tell you something. These same oppressors that we see today, there's going to be a point in time where we're never going to see them again. You understand? They will never see them again, man. And their promises and all of that, it meant absolutely nothing. We'll never see them again. You know what I'm saying? Their ambitions and their false hopes that they gave people, it won't be nothing. Because we'll never see them ever again.
Right.
You understand? It will happen. Go ahead.
Forever.
We'll never see them again. Forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, forever. We'll never see them again. Forever. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed Joe Biden, that's going to happen to Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and the same way happened to George Washington. You know what I'm saying? Never see him again. It's a done deal. And it go beyond that. When Christ returns, you know what I'm saying? To destroy the society and destroy these people that's in the society that will oppress his people, right, that will oppress the Most High God's people. You understand? We'll never see people again. Yeah. But we have to trust in the Lord. And in trusting the Lord, we have to love his people that he created. You understand? And not break his covenant that he created for his people. Right. As we just read previously. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 14. The Most High God shall fight for you.
No. Biden's going to fight for you.
The Most High God shall fight for you.
Kamala Harris is going to fight for you.
The Most High God shall fight for you.
The girl Meghan Markle is going to fight for you.
The Most High God shall fight for you.
The Most High God's going to fight for us. Trust in this oppressor Biden or any of them Congresses and all any of that garbage.
Right.
You understand? Watching CNN and Fox and News One or whatever news platforms out there, it's like watching Looney Tunes. You understand? It's like watching Daffy Duck or Chippendales or something, or whatever cartoon is a Goof Troop or something, whatever cartoon is out there nowadays. That's the Ninja Turtles and all of that. That's garbage and filth. We're always paying that garbage no attention. It means nothing.
Right.
It means nothing. The government, this is the first time the government giving nothing out. You never have food stamps or grew up on welfare and that. Right. They've been giving stuff out. We still have nothing.
Right.
We still didn't build off of that because it was nothing, and neither is this $1,400 stimulus check. It's nothing.
Right.
But it is something to trust in the Lord. Yeah. You understand? And love what the Lord created, which is your brother. You understand? Which is your sister. AKA your husband, your wife, you understand, your cousin. Love them. I ain't saying do what they do. I'm saying love them. Love a black man. Love a black woman. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
And ye shall hold your peace.
All you gotta do is just hold your peace. You don't need to go out and vote. You don't need to go out and protest. You don't need to go out and march. You don't need to go out and sing. You don't need to go out and hold hands and form an alliance. You don't need to do none of that. All you got to do is hold your peace. Most High God to take care of all of this. You understand? He'll take care of every little piece of this. That's what the Most High God will do. But with things that we have to do as well, the things we got to work on and fix and make sure that we provoke the Most High God to do this. We have to provoke him to do this.
Right.
This ain't something he's just going to do for the hell of it. You got to provoke him to do it. You understand? We got to provoke it. How can we? Let's keep going. Let's go to. Do we do 2 Peter 2:17?
No, that's what it is.
Let's go. I'm assuming 1 Peter 2:17. Did we do that one? Let's see.
We only did 1 and 22 in the first Peter.
Let's go to 1 Peter 2:17.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 17.
No, hold on. So I'm sorry. Chapter 2:17. Hold on.
Honor all men of brother.
Yeah, chapter 2. I'm in the wrong book. Hold on. I'm about 2 Peter. That's why. About the 1 Peter chapter 2. Yeah, SHALAM. You're good to go, brother.
Oh, come on. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 17. Honor all men.
Now, of course, like we said before, this don't mean that you love everybody in the world and all of that. That's not that. When it says honor all men, honor all the blacks, Hispanics, and natives that are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That are Israelites. It's not for everybody. It's ain't for the Russians, the Germans, the British. It ain't for them. It ain't for the Australians. It ain't for none of that. It ain't for the Samoans and the Asians and all. It's not for them. This Bible is written strictly for Israelites. It cannot be disputed that it's not just written for Israelites.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, excuse me, in loving all men, this is a family book. So we say all men, we're speaking about our family. That's it. We just want the men in our family.
Right.
You understand? This is family records. This ain't everybody records. This is family records. You understand? When Christ returns, we'll have a family reunion.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is family that we're talking about. You understand? When I say family, from the 12 tribes of Israel. Read it again.
Love, Salakia, honor all men.
Honor all men. You know what I'm saying? Honor them. Let's just for time's sake, you know what I'm saying? Let's look up that word, specifically how they spell it. Honor. What is honor? What does honor mean? What does that mean, to honor?
Honor. High respect.
Say again.
High respect.
Go ahead.
Great esteem. Adherence to what is right, or to a conventional standard of conduct.
You understand? To hold to a high esteem. You understand? We should hold black men and black women to a high esteem. If we did, it'd be less of these interracial marriages going on, all of that garbage. Black men loving white women and white and black sisters, thinking the white man's better because his credit might be better, or some garbage, or whatever the filth and disgust may be. You know, we have to hold each other to a very high respect, man. You know what I'm saying? A very high esteem. In the UPK, we hold our people to a very high esteem. That's when we go out into the ghettos of America and speak to the people that are oppressed in these ghettos. We hold them to a very high esteem. That's why we'll never date white women and Asian women and African women and do all that garbage and filth, because we hold our sisters to a very high esteem.
Right.
You understand? This is what the scripture is talking about. The beginning of the scripture is talking about. to hold all men to a high esteem. That's what we do in the UPK. You understand what I'm saying? We hold each other to a high esteem. We love our brothers, and we're about to hold each other to a very high esteem coming up next month in the Passover.
Damn right.
You understand? We're going to rock out in that Passover in Houston. And brothers are going to hold each other, and sisters are going to hold each other and honor each other to a very high esteem. You understand?
Yeah, right.
Keep going.
Love the brotherhood.
Do what?
Love the brotherhood.
Love Bible.
Love the brotherhood.
Love the Congress.
Love the brotherhood.
Say, don't love none of them. Love the brotherhood.
Right.
That's what it says here in the Bible. To love the brotherhood. And that's what you got to do. That's what we're doing here. That's what we always going to do in here is love the brotherhood, man. We don't love the government. We don't love the society. We don't love the oppressors. We don't love the heathens. We don't love our flesh. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, the scriptures tell you, love not the world.
Love not, exactly. Love not the world. That's what the scripture said.
Right.
But what should we love? Go ahead.
Love the brotherhood.
We should love the brotherhood. That's what the scriptures say. To love the brotherhood.
Right.
You understand? Not the word. Not the word. To love the brotherhood. What else? Go ahead.
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
We're supposed to fear the Most High. Because the Most High created us. He chose us. Love the brotherhood. Fear God.
Right.
How can this all be on in the same sentence right here, in the same scripture? Honor the brotherhood. Fear God, which means hold him to the utmost respect. Go ahead.
Honor the king.
And honor the king. Hold our king, Yahushua, black man who the world knows is Jesus Christ. Hold him to a high esteem.
Right.
You understand? Don't you understand that the brotherhood is mentioned with the Most High God and Christ?
Right.
That's how important brotherhood is. The hell with a stimulus check. You better love your brother. And you waiting on your stimulus check, you better be pushing for your brother and sister to change their damn life. And loving them and being patient with them. Because you waiting for your stimulus check, be patient with your brother then. You hoping for your stimulus check, then hope for the best for your brother and sister then. You need your stimulus check, then need your brother and your sister then. You understand? Trust in the Most High God, trust in his brotherhood, and do not trust in your oppressor at all.
Yeah, right.
You can never trust him. But the scripture said to love this brotherhood, to fear God, and to honor the Most High. I mean, to honor the King. You understand?
Yeah, right.
With that, I pass the class to a priest, no, sir, Quash, man.
Have blood for the flag.
Please go ahead and click that thing.
Oh, God. That was a heavy class, sir.